You guys don't want to be beer Eskimo brothers?
Where are you real Eskimo brothers?
God damn it.
All right, and we're live.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
There he is. Welcome to episode 15. 1-5.
Half a 30.
Of the NTX Podcast. That's the sound I like to hear right there. Well, I'm JT.
Mateo.
D.
We're back again. All right, off the top, tell us about the walrus punch. Walrus punch?
Nope.
I'm sure you can go look it up on
Urban Dictionary.
Dictionary.
That one will come to bite me in a random job interview someday in like 20 years.
No way.
Like when I'm running for president. They're like, yeah, you remember when you had this podcast and you talked about the walrus punch in detail?
Well, we didn't talk about it in detail.
If I did, though.
Oh, this is true. I'm convinced that there's a lot of those sex acts that aren't real. They're just juvenile boys coming up with like the most horrific thing ever.
Okay, now, have you heard about the toboggan?
No.
That one's pretty
Tell
bad.
us about the toboggan.
Allegedly,
It's
when you enter a woman from the behind
bottom.
while you're both laying on your stomach, and then you slide down her on a staircase using her as a sled.
Oh, dude, you could totally do that. The landing would be a little sketchy, but
I think all of it would be sketchy.
My favorite one, not for the actual sex act, but for the name of it, is the Alabama Hot Pocket.
I don't know. A lot of these you can just use your imagination, and it's probably better than what it actually is.
what's that one?
Most likely. The Alabama Hot Pocket?
Yeah.
It's defecating into a woman's vagina. I don't know why.
Who would do that? No one.
I don't know.
That's not. It can't be healthy.
So I'm gonna
all
bring up
kinds
a
of
very
infections.
obscure movie, a documentary called The Aristocrats.
Yes.
That's how we kind of started this off. Reminds me of like The Aristocrats, and that line of humor I think is where the terms that we've been discussing come from.
Yeah.
Nobody actually does them. It's just like people's dark corners of their minds coming up with joke sex acts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I don't even think the donkey punch is real, and that's probably the most common one.
Yeah. We were all 12 once. Talked about that.
Strawberry shortcake.
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
Sounds like bloody. Something bloody's gonna happen.
You can kind of tell from the descriptive words what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna move off of
What a way to start.
starting with a bang.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, for our we missed last week. Unfortunately, there were some work issues that got in the way for me, and then I think you had
Same work issues, kind of.
so we skipped a week. So you've had 14 days since we last spoke. How many episodes of Game of Thrones did you get through?
I just finished 5.
5?
Number 5 of season 2.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Look
I
at
did
you.
3 today.
You did 3
3
today?
episodes today because I know I'm behind.
Holy
proud.
shit!
So proud.
I'm so proud of you. Are you getting it? You getting
Yeah.
into it?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do like go to the little Wikipedia and read the plot of the episode afterwards just to make sure what happened
Yeah.
is what I saw. Because man, there's a lot of characters. Like I'll know the character but not their name.
Mm-hmm. I think you have caught up to where Wifey and I restarted watching.
Yeah.
And we're on episode 4, season 5 now.
Nice.
Mm.
I did something different. I just watched the last season, and then I'm picking and choosing a couple episodes a season that I liked.
I saw you're on season 5 when I went logged on today.
Yeah. So I tried to, like, I felt bad because after I logged off, I was like, shoot, I should have gone back so the thumbnail doesn't ruin something for him.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I
didn't
watched
look at the thumbnail.
Hard Home last night.
Hard Home's a good one.
Yeah.
That has one of the most badass endings of any episode.
Yeah, I remember watching that with like 4 people in Hartford, all travelers people. Oops, I'll take people in our apartment or in my hotel room, and we're all like, "Damn, don't worry about him." Don't worry about it.
I got it.
Okay.
There's a lot of good clapbacks in that show.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you were talking about Tyrion whenever he was talking to Janos Slint.
Yeah. That scene was pretty awesome. What else just happened recently? Tyrion's pretty awesome.
He is pretty good. He's got some good one-liners that
Yeah.
I won't spoil, but
Yeah.
you'll know him when you get there.
I mean,
Probably-
even how you've seen Braun by this
Yeah.
point, right?
Mhm.
Like where he's just like, "Hey, I'll pay more. Just be my champion." He's like, "Fuck it, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, and that comes up a lot. I think he says it the first time he meets him, but it's basically, if anybody ever offers to betray me to you, just tell me their price and I'll double it.
Yeah.
Like one thing I like about their relationship in particular is that it's like the only one that there's no levels to.
Yeah.
Bronn supports Tyrion because
Yeah.
Tyrion pays Bronn, and they have friendship, but
Yeah.
their actual like business is literally just business.
Yeah.
I gotta say, when that thing was born out of that red-haired chick, I had to rewind
She had
it.
demons in her bed.
I was
Smoke
like,
baby.
wait, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
Rewound it and watched it again. Then I went. That's the first time I read what happened. I was like, what is this thing that just was born?
Smoke baby.
Yeah.
Fucking smoke baby. That's the power of the Red God.
And then I didn't think the next episode would start with such devastation at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh dang, all right, they're starting off this episode quickly, killing that one dude.
Yeah, we got to see Hot Marjorie there for a minute, right? She gets all nudie and stuff.
I didn't know her name was Marjorie. And
Yeah.
So when they said, "Oh, I'm Marjorie," I was like, "Really, Marjorie?"
You mean Babs Bunny?
Yeah.
She does look like a bunny.
She's got a very...
So you've heard the bit about that too, like with her smirk.
She does it on purpose.
No, well, yes and no. Her face is not. It's asymmetrical. Her mouth is like tilted,
Oh,
so she's not smirking. That's like her legit smile.
That could be why she's so divisive, like on whether people think she's hot or not.
Yeah,
Like
I think
there's-
she's hot as fuck.
There's camps that think she's hot as fuck, and there's also camps that are like, I don't get it. And that's this is something I heard like 20 years ago, so I don't know how true it is or not, but that beauty is often determined based on symmetry in the
yeah.
face, right?
more symmetrical face is supposed to be
That's why
more beautiful.
I as fat as I can be, just round it out, and then it works better.
Maybe that's why I'm so beautiful.
right.
You are beautiful.
Oh, thanks, boo.
Yep. That's why Matt's getting less attractive.
Yeah. Fucking withering away.
Yeah.
What else has happened in that Game of Thrones early on?
I don't know.
Arya's
minute.
with.
Oh.
She's the cup person of Lannister.
Oh, Tywin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like their
past Harrenhal.
exchanges.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
probably some of my favorite dialogue right there.
Tywin's like the only Lannister that I don't... Well, I take that back. There's only a couple Lannisters I don't really like, but I respect Tywin. Like, his character is really great.
He's totally a cunt, but
Yeah. Well, he's an evil prick. I wouldn't go cunt.
I would go cunt.
I don't think Tywin's a cunt. Joffrey's a cunt.
Yeah. That dude. These 3 episodes made me hate him even more with his gonna shoot this queen with the crossbow, and then Tyrion
yeah.
got him some whores, and he made the one beat the other one.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's a real fucking sociopath.
Yeah.
Like, he is the worst. There's some good lines that come out of it, including one. I like the way that Tywin treats Joffrey
yeah.
whenever they interact. Is really, really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. That hasn't happened yet.
Nope.
They haven't.
Nope.
So you got to meet Brienne of Tarth,
Yeah.
the big woman.
Yeah, she's super tall.
Yeah.
And they thought she killed the one dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which that did not happen.
It's a lot of woman.
And then the Greyjoy guy, I didn't really know. I looked up his name. And
Theon?
Yeah. With the ship. And he was trying to... He had the long-haired dad. And he was
Yeah.
trying to finger bang his sister on the horse.
Yeah. Fucking bear trap all the way through. Literally. He had his fingers in it.
Yeah. And he was squeezing them boobs. I was like, oh dang.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah. Because he's a prick. I don't like him.
So far, I don't like him at that point, yeah. I don't know. It's complicated.
He's got a very interesting character arc.
Okay.
Maybe. Or maybe he doesn't.
No,
We don't know.
we can give him that one.
No, we can't.
Well, it's
Don't
too
give
late
him
now.
anything. Disregard it. He'll forget. There's too many characters.
There are a lot of characters. Holy shit.
That there are.
But neat.
And
I'm proud of you. You've gotten 15 in, and I only asked you to do like 3.
Yeah. That's like, you're like 4 Sopranos worth of episodes.
yeah,
So, let's see, there's
10 in every season.
until you get to 7.
6.
Six.
There were like,
6 was 7.
yeah.
There's 8.
In 6 there were like 7, but a couple of them were a little bit longer. Maybe there are 8.
Because
I
these
thought
are
that
like
was
an
7.
hour.
What?
I thought that was season 7.
7's there's going to be like, wait, which one are we on right
We're
now?
about to get to season 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 7. You're right. 7.
7 is 7. The rest, so there's 67 episodes in total right now.
You see the runtimes on season 8?
Yeah, they're like hour 20.
Yeah, it's basically a miniseries.
Yeah. So you've got 52 to go
Goodness.
in 20 days.
You can do that. That's 2-ish a day.
Yep.
That's me a struggle.
No, it's not.
No,
We'll
it
get there.
We'll see.
Just let me know if you want to binge. I'll come over and we'll just binge.
Just binge it.
You know what? I'll order some wings.
I can't. 3 it was about enough.
If you get your ass home on time, throw that pea
Yeah.
in my face, I might bring you home some chicken wings.
It's a drop from a radio station, just for context. But yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
You can do it. I'm proud of you. Just keep it up.
Just do the big old D. If I tell you can't do it, you're gonna want to do it.
That reverse psychology.
It don't work. On me.
That just makes me want to make it work now, though, because he said it doesn't work.
Well, maybe I just reverse psychology you.
Yeah, you got me.
What would the real world equivalent of being sent to the wall be? Because in Game of Thrones, you generally have a choice if you're like committed something so bad that you're going to get executed.
It's a relatively minor offense. It used to be the military. Like, hey, you enlist and you're good.
Yeah, we won't charge you.
I don't know what it'd be now. I don't know. Jury did not fucking defensive driving. Think about it.
Well, I mean, it's like it would be like Running Man type shit because it's like either you lose your head or you can go serve the rest of your life on the wall.
Yeah.
I guess that's just like electric chair or life in prison, but you get to choose.
Fucking death race.
Would you do that? I think that's got to be one of the most reoccurring tropes in movies is like the way people try and earn their freedom away from certain death. Like you risk death for freedom.
Gerard Butler, famous movie Gamer.
Michael C. Hall was so bad in that.
Yeah.
And he was really good in Dexter.
Yeah, he finally got to play like a true bad guy and he still sucked.
Yeah, because he had like a southern accent or something weird,
Yeah.
right?
I don't think I've seen that movie.
It's
Gamer?
It's a null set. Like, we've seen it and we didn't get anything from it, so you wouldn't either.
yeah. The bit is though, you got people on death row that people can, instead of playing in video games, what you do is you play people, and people like
They have a chip in their head.
Yeah, and so the person playing the game controls a real person.
Okay, I think I remember seeing about that movie.
It was dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And that concept
Kind of
comes
cool.
up a lot though.
And then they did like shit with there was like a Second Life version, like when the wife was like a, remember that the wife was like a pole dancer or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just about people cybering each other with other people's bodies.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ready Player One did a much better version of that, but it had a much higher budget.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Haven't
it's
seen that
a
either.
little bit different. I don't know if you'd like it. You would actually probably hate it.
Oh.
Yeah. because you don't like
anything good.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah, I think it would probably be like military would be the closest to it.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to kill you, or you can go be on the front line and fight in Syria. You can go fight ISIS.
So this kind of ties into something I kind of want to talk about, but would you send our death row prisoners to go ham on some Al-Qaeda or ISIS? Like, give them a gun, ship them off?
If you want to kill somebody, go kill those guys.
Yeah. Like, we'd do it like, Predator style, where you just airdrop them in with weapons.
Huh.
Time release it. Let them go ham.
So what you're saying is, instead of executing Ted Bundy, we should have just
PUBG him.
Oh my
And
god.
then Nazaria.
just go toss him in. Let him do what
That
he
would
wants.
be weird. People would track that shit.
That is a idea for a movie right there. That's what that is.
You
Yeah.
put a GPS on them, and if they, leave the country, you can...
Explode them.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like they've got a little
Chip
charge
in
at
their
their
head, yeah.
at the base of their brain. That is an interesting idea. I think there are many people that would much rather just go murder people instead of being in prison for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's nothing really stopping them from killing, like, women and children, which would probably be bad, but I don't know.
I don't know. Depending on who you talk about, them Muslims don't deserve to live.
Mark that.
They'd
Yeah.
probably be all right with throwing Ted Bundy in there.
Would Ted Bundy want to fight for a country that made him do something?
Probably not, because sociopaths don't respond to
But he's not fighting for his
authority.
country. He's just,
Fighting to not be in a jail cell?
Well,
just
I think
doing
that
what
Or
he
not
exact
to
loves.
be executed?
I think that exact concept is how Australia got founded.
do what you love. You never work a day in your life.
Yup.
Yeah.
I guess that would be okay. Depending on, I mean, I think everyone would be okay with doing that to like World War II Nazi Germany. And they kind of did in Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Those guys were fucking psychos. But
Bad Holden.
I don't know if that would fly in any way on
Today.
any official like policy.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good idea for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
What
We
would we call
trademarked it. Don't steal it.
Like that sounds like a Lionsgate film.
Yeah, what would the title be?
We need Eli Roth to direct.
Was he the guy who did Hostel?
Yeah.
All right, one thing that always bothered me about that movie, and I don't really understand how it works.
Huh.
He took a blowtorch to somebody's face, and their eye popped out. I don't know how that worked in Hostel.
I'll admit I had my eyes closed at that part.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misremembering it, but that's what I remember.
Didn't
like,
he? I thought he pulled out the eye and then he torched it.
No, because I was still good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were thinking that the eyelid got burned away, so it kind of fell out. But
maybe. I don't know.
maybe she had her eye closed and
Well-
it burned the eyelid.
And I feel like your eyeball's full of liquid, right? So if you superheat it, it would pop. And then just
Probably.
lick it.
I don't
leak
want to
out.
know. I'm not
No.
going to look that up.
Look it up on your phone.
So that was my problem. And then the one that always makes me cringe, and whenever I see this in any movie, it makes me cringe. Whenever somebody gets their Achilles cut.
Yeah.
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 This went down a dark place. Dark path here.
Yeah, we start off with Urban Dictionary and then we make our way to
Hostile.
torture porn.
What?
Torture porn.
That's what it is.
That is.
It's
Is
like
it?
Saw. Saw is torture porn.
Nah.
Yeah.
Gore porn, morely.
There's not naked people, though. In Hostel there are, but...
Well, I mean, it's
Well, I
a
mean, it's
snuff
like-
film.
So, like, it's nomenclature, at least with Reddit lately, is to put porn on something that gets you off. Like, power washer porn is just about people thoroughly power washing a really dirty
Yeah.
deck.
I-
So,
Like
that
killing
is
bosses.
torture porn.
Yeah, like killing bosses. Very excellent point there, sir. Yeah, no, there's like, earth porn and
Yeah,
industry porn and whatever. And it's called the Safe for Work Porn Network. But yeah, I saw something interesting pop up. Watch people die. went away. And they got rid of like gore and all those like death-based subreddits.
They've gone the way of jailbait.
Yeah, they banned everything.
Yep.
Do you think censorship is appropriate for subreddits like that?
So I believe, in freedom of speech, and I'm for as little control over the internet possible. But whenever your own content creators decide that there's content that's not suitable or necessary, it's their right to take it off.
This is true. Yeah, that was not mandated by the government, so the freedom of speech was not infringed. That was a company policy.
Right.
I don't know.
But I was agreeing with you.
Yep.
But the problem that I have with it is that in a lot of ways, having that stuff out there, I feel like takes away. Some people argue that it desensitizes people to violence. I think it exposes some people to the graphical horror of it, but also the mundane. I don't know. It's weird because I remember whenever like the ISIS dude got his head cut off, and that was like the first big like internet video that was like really gory. I went and watched it, and I was like disturbed by it, like, deeply disturbed. And then at that moment, I knew I wasn't a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of like the argument of if it's out there, somebody's going to find pleasure in it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to ban or block is to, reduce the.
Well, they banned it because of the New Zealand thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The video was on there.
Yeah. Even though I that was the first place that I went to try and find out if somebody like hosted that video, and they had a big banner up at the top that was like, "We are not going to post this video."
Yeah, anytime there's a big thing like that,
because it draws too much attention and we don't want to get banned.
Yeah.
They ended up banning it anyway.
Well, so I think there's a proper distinction here. It's not quite, in my opinion, that material was banned. It was removed by the owner of the forum, which I think is completely fine. Reddit specifically just made the decision, okay, there might be that shit out on the internet, but it's not going to be hosted by us. Yeah. And I think that's fine.
And they did the same thing with...
Jailbait absolutely needed to be fucking gone.
Right,
yeah,
that's illegal.
Yeah, I mean, it literally was illegal.
Viewing it is illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viewing videos of people dying isn't illegal.
Just weird.
Just weird.
Just weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
How many hours did you spend on watch people die there, Mateo?
I don't know. That cannot be tracked.
You best believe the FBI has a tracker. It's like people that download the Anarchist Cookbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mein Kampf.
Or searched,
Search what now?
I just had his head in my mind. Timothy McVeigh.
So there, Dan Carlin of Hardcore History fame, Common Sense, he put out a discussion podcast that's on like his secondary channel for Hardcore History, where he was talking about like the left and the right and the slurs and everybody calling everybody Nazis and shit these
Communists
days. Yeah.
And
he was talking about that, but then he was talking about, and he was like, yeah, so I reread Mein Kampf the other day. He's like, it's like the 6th time through. I don't know. That's always been one of those books that like I feel like you really shouldn't read just because it's the ramblings of a madman.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, I read it for like the 6th time. So I wonder, I mean, there's political insight to be gained there in knowing what like the far extreme of racism and superiority and that sort of
it's
stuff.
Just like reading the Quran.
Did you just
no
compare the Quran to Mein Kampf?
No, y'all went there, but no, I mean it's just
you
like,
definitely did.
No,
I was gonna go with like the Communist Manifesto or something like that.
God, y'all are fucking dumb. No, but yeah, I mean it's like just understanding that there are a lot of bad people that commit things in the name of Allah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so reading the Quran, like you can see where they have clearly misconstrued or misinterpreted parts of the Quran, like versus you reading the Quran or not reading the Quran and just accepting that all Muslims are bad. That's where I was going with this.
Gotcha. It's
Versus,
the interpretation of the text.
I mean, it's like taking the Westboro Baptist Church at face value as all Christians
Yeah.
in the Western world.
True. But I will state that Mein Kampf was a book literally dedicated to the subjugation of of people and, superiority of the white race.
Right, yeah.
And the German race specifically, as opposed to shitty interpretations of biblical text or a religious text.
I mean, I feel like you'd read them both for the same reasons.
Yeah, people can read anything and figure out, and like see craziness within it. Like that guy that read Catcher in the Rye and then killed
John Lennon.
Yeah, John Lennon.
Yep.
Wait, that was one of my favorite. Butters reads Catcher in the Rye in South Park, and then he's like, "Kill John Lennon."
Yeah.
Huh.
It's funny. It's funny.
You know that guy's name?
The guy that killed him.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on it. It's 3 names.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is 3 names.
Mark Chapman, David Mark Chapman, or something like that.
Mark Davis Chapman.
Something like that.
Fucking Gordo knows it.
Yeah.
If you kill somebody famous, you get 3 names.
Lee Harvey, Oswald.
Yep.
Where's some other ones?
John Wilkes Booth.
Okay.
Who killed Kenneth? Or
Martin Luther King.
yeah, Martin Luther King.
I wish we knew.
Fucking racist. All you.
Who was it?
I have no idea.
Look it up on your phone.
You got a phone too?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I don't know.
Let's see.
What about Robert Kennedy? I know he had a Muslim name. Did they give him 3 names? But
James Earl Ray.
it's a
The
generic
theory
guess.
holds.
Was it? Huh.
Look up Robert Kennedy. That was a big one. James Earl Ray. That was the CIA. They did that one too.
Yeah, that one for sure. Srihan.
Oh, really? Who's the dude that shot Reagan?
Fuck,
Well,
man.
didn't
Yeah. What's next? Go down the list.
Go down the list. Who shot Reagan? John Hinckley Jr.
Yeah, see, 3 names.
Junior?
Does that
didn't
count,
even
though?
I mean, he tried. Yeah.
That's a fair point. So all assassins have 3 names. So if you meet somebody that has 3 names,
Run.
run.
Don't be famous though.
But serial killers get 2.
They get cool nicknames.
They do. And there's arguments that the cool nicknames are
Bad.
bad.
The media always makes
Yeah.
them though.
That's
It's
true.
the media driven.
It's the media's fault.
The police don't make them.
What happened to all the serial killers? You don't hear about them anymore.
They're either really good or
They're mass
really bad.
murderers.
They're mass murderers.
That's my take.
I mean, I'm sure serial killers are definitely out there still. It's definitely getting harder for them to get away with everything just
Yeah.
because of technology,
And stuff.
or they just until now watch people die. So I wonder if there's a correlation like between violence and when that shit gets banned. Or
So
got banned.
the people are less likely to kill people because they get the release of seeing it online.
Right.
I think there's something to that.
But now because we had talked about this before, and we were kind of iffy. I think we agreed with each other. We didn't. But now that it's been cut off, we might have a reference point.
That's true. There's a concrete data point that we can compare the before and after with crimes.
I've watched people die being banned.
I wonder, adjusted
Yeah.
for like population, if more people were killed in the 70s or in the aughts.
I think the answer is always going to be in the early days, because once the 90s hit, there was a stupid, crazy drop in crime. Like, period.
You know what? One of the weirdest but probably more accepted theories of why that is, why the crime rate decreased. I'm
Unleaded
sure you
fuel.
guys. I was gonna say lead in the gasoline, but no. That's one. The other one was legalized abortions.
Yeah, so there are three big ones.
Yeah.
Well, the unleaded fuel isn't big, but that's Freakonomics, right? Freakonomics did the unleaded fuel.
Yeah.
And then the abortions.
I think they did that one too.
Did they?
Yeah.
Crack is the other one.
Crack was a made thing.
Crack is like the accepted.
Yeah. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
So at what point are we going to find out whether or not the CIA like intentionally flooded the streets with crack?
They pretty much did.
Yeah.
We'll never find out, but they pretty much did.
But like, so they were using proceeds from selling crack to fund like their black ops and shit like that. But like that's the accepted theory of that. But the conspiracy part is that they were selling it to black neighborhoods to keep black populations
Stratification.
Yeah.
But I would say it's more of the money than stratification. Because
Yeah.
CIA allegedly they aren't a domestic. They're more of a foreign sovereign entity.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like the NSA would really line in more with, keeping the man down here.
With according to the historical documentary Sicario, the CIA cannot operate within the continental U.S. or within the boundaries of the United States without an FBI attachment. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's not the
but it's
FBI.
in
It has
a
to
movie.
be a domestic entity,
Agency.
so it has to be,
Local
NSA.
PD.
It's usually NSA is the way to go, and that's different now because now we have cluster centers, which is a collective of all agencies. After 9/11, that's when the cluster started.
Oh, so you have CIA, NSA, Department of Homeland
It's
Security.
basically when everybody started pulling their resources.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very interesting. Well, and I mean, pretty much all of them, they all roll up through the Department of Justice, right?
Yeah. It's just about where their assets are.
Yeah.
CIA obviously overseas. That's where their assets are. That's what they're designed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You get your NSA and then
Well,
I
yeah.
forget what else we got here. But anyway,
Fucking NSA.
we're getting a little conspiracy-ish here.
Hey, conspiracy theories are fun.
Yeah.
Especially the really fun, stupid ones that I really think are more benchmarks for intelligence than anything. Like flat Earth
Oh. Yeah.
or vaccines cause autism.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
really,
coming back? Small measles or something is breaking out?
Measles is wrecking people right now.
Kids are getting it in this area?
Yeah. I don't know if it's quite as bad.
I gotta take this. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Why don't we just pause it? Just hit the space button.
Just let it run.
There he goes.
I'm going to lock the door.
So those people can't get in your apartment?
Yeah, that. Well,
Then there were two.
yeah. Let's talk about how much we hate JT right now. So, what else is going on?
Not much.
So we're gonna talk about football since he's not in here.
Football, soccer, or football?
Football.
Oh, did you see how Johnny Manziel did yesterday?
Yes, I did, and
'Cause
I
I
didn't. So he played a little bit.
Oh, did he?
He I think he came in the second quarter, and the other guy played a little bit better, so I think he played more. But
Really?
I think he had 2 rushes for 20 yards, and he had he played a little bit. That's about it.
I didn't even.
It was comparable to, you remember Michael Vick's first game back as an Eagle?
No.
He played like a couple series anyway.
Hmm.
I think he had one completed pass for 36 yards.
Oh, well, that's a good pass right there, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew he was playing, and I didn't watch it, and I haven't looked at how he did. So
Apparently there's some drama with his wife, where his wife was
Manziel
like...
has a wife?
Yes.
Is it the girl that he?
No, it's
beat?
not that girl.
Okay.
No. But he is married. However, she was at a strip club in LA or Vegas or somewhere during his game.
Last night?
Yeah. So it's causing drama.
Huh.
But yeah. So
Does he live out there?
I don't know where the fuck that guy lives. I don't give a shit.
Manziel?
Johnny Man.
Yeah.
Johnny Football.
That team has Terrence McGee and Trent Richardson.
What?
Yes.
I knew Trent Richardson was in there.
He's like leading the league right now.
Oh, yeah. That poor league. I've heard that their like viewership is like 0.1.
Really? Is it going down that bad?
You see where they're playing their championship, by the way.
Where?
At the Star.
Let's go.
Their Super Bowl is at the Star.
I'll go. Let's go.
Was it run
I don't
during
know when it is,
the
but-
off season probably?
Yeah, it'll be. I think it's soonish.
That won't be even the most obscure sport we've seen there.
Indoor National League lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah.
And that was the semi-championship game.
Yeah.
That
That
we
was
saw?
cool, but holy shit. Are people gonna get murdered in that one day? Like, those shots just, there's no nets. They just fucking fly.
Oh, it's on
yeah.
April 27th. We'll be busy.
Yeah. April 27th?
7th. Yeah, we'll be busy.
Oh,
that
will
day,
What was that?
eating tacos.
Oh, yeah. Well, tacos.
I like tacos.
I like tacos.
I like tacos. So did you guys pivot to football as soon as I left the room?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we talked about how much we hate you, and then we went to talk. Yeah.
Wow. I deserve it. I am shame.
Yeah.
That happens in Game of Thrones. It's a shame thing.
Maybe,
Shame.
maybe not. We don't know.
Yeah, we know
I
what
don't
you're
know.
talking about.
Oh,
I cannot recall.
Senator, I do not recall at this time.
Can I get a beer?
no.
You can always get
Oh, we didn't say our sponsor.
Oh, we are sponsored by, not sponsored by,
Not sponsored by
Pacifico.
Pacifico. La Cerveza de Pacifico.
It's the beginning of summer beer. What?
Yeah, we need some shandies. Maybe we'll get some shandies next time.
Just because it's 80 out. Isn't it? It's not summer.
It's hot.
It's spring.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's Texas.
It
Well,
is getting
maybe.
a little toasty.
It was like 67 when I drove to work today. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was beautiful outside when I was walking the pub
Girl, you beautiful.
before coming over here.
Yeah.
No clouds. Park was full of peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that summer weather.
It's about the
Indeed.
time of the episode where I earmark where if there are comments in the video, I'll do 40 hands.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it is about that time.
Yeah.
Did anybody comment?
Nobody
We had
commented on the
zero
last one.
comments.
I did tell wifey that you should have listened this week because you could have just dictated something for D to do.
Yeah.
How many comments do you need?
3.
3. You want to drop it down to 2?
We'll drop it down to 2.
All right,
Oh,
we'll
what?
drop it down to 2 this week.
Each week is going to drop
Maybe.
until you have to do
So
it.
you gotta
What do you got to do
earmark it
again?
with-
Remind the listener.
Well, I mean, yeah, so we'll put it up to... If it gets down to 1, though, it's just going to be 40 hands. I'm going to declare. I do
Okay.
declare.
Do declare.
But if it's 2, yeah, I can dictate it as long as it's legal, reasonable to do on a school night.
I'm on fucking school night.
You got to bookmark the time. That's
In
within
the
like a
comment.
minute, obviously, because we've been talking. Anyway, back to our normal shit.
Bringing it back. You guys scared of pit bulls?
No.
No?
I ain't scared of no dog.
Yeah.
Well,
You haven't met a mean one yet.
yeah. I mean, I've met mean pit bull.
You seen a dog that like attacks another dog? It's pretty scary.
Yeah, there was one night where I was back home and there's some lady walking, like it was like a little chihuahua, and then some other, it was like one of my mother's neighbors opened their door somehow and their dog got out, and it was a bigger dog, and it ran over and it like bit the shit out of the little chihuahua, and the owner is like trying to punt the other dog. And it was scary. Like, we ran out there because we heard screaming, and it was crazy. Like, the chihuahua was white fur, and by the time we got out there, it was kind of broken up. I went and grabbed the other dog, and it was a small-ish dog, but the chihuahua was tiny. But that little chihuahua was covered in blood. Like, it got bit pretty good.
Shit.
And then the neighbor just ran over, grabbed the dog, and was like, sorry, and ran back inside. And we're like, no. That's not going to fly. This dog is bleeding like crazy. And you just negligently let it out.
Animal control come steal your dog.
Yeah.
Quarantine it for 10
Sorry.
days.
That's the closest it ever really came.
So, Natty gets into it with dogs. Gets into it with dogs from time to time, and the one that was really bad. I thought this was a perfect example of natural selection and how we're breeding dumb things. But bring Natty into the dog park, and then a Shih Tzu like dog, Maltipoo Shih Tzu, something like that. Just charges her, and Natty's like an 85-pound lab, and Natty was like and like bites the dog and picks the dog up and has the dog in her mouth.
Oh my.
And I'm like, oh shit. So I run over there, and I know how to handle my dog, so I grab her by the scruff of the neck and then pull her jaw down, which releases the dog, right? Grab the dog, and I
catapulted it.
I fucking throw this dog, right? I mean, I feel bad about it, but I'm also, it can't get any worse than being in the jaws of like something trying to kill it. So I fucking chunk this dog.
Oh my god.
Throw this dog. Dog hits the ground and
Yelps.
runs right back at her and jumps in her mouth. Literally jumps and Natty bites. And I'm like,
it was vicious bite? It wasn't like a playful?
No,
this is obviously not going
Natty
well.
was like,
fuck this
I'm
dog.
going to kill this dog.
Okay.
And so at that point, like, separate them again and like toss it at the owner, who's like standing 5 feet away.
Like, get your dog.
Get
bruh.
your dog. What are you doing?
You want it to die?
Yeah. And in situations like that, obviously the larger dog generally gets blamed.
Yeah.
Considering that the dog was in my dog's mouth, I was like, all right, I feel some sense of responsibility, but like, she's holding on to her dog, and like, I get Natty on the leash, and I'm like sitting there for a minute kind of looking at her like, is your dog okay? Do you need to take it to the vet? And the dog's just sitting there kind of whimpering like a little bitch, and then she gets up and leaves. I'm like, okay.
Natty, we're never going to this dog park again.
No, I still take her in there. I just
We gotta run.
going out on the lamb.
Get used to life on the road, bitch.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell if the dog is like being aggressive or playful. Sometimes it's hard. There's other times when it's obvious that this is not going well.
Well, and what's funny is like with my dog, I now know that she does not deal well with small aggressive dogs.
Right.
And
Was it barking?
It was barking. It charged her. Like, it was going into
yapping?
attack, and Natty does not see size. I mean, she's
Right.
an equal opportunity defending herself against an aggressive dog, and damn near killed it.
Yeah.
But
Bruh. Silence.
shit's going down at work.
All right. Maybe we should just cut it then.
Let me pause it. Go ahead and pick it back up now. Yeah, so dog attacks. So I asked that question about pit bulls because there was a story that I heard today that was pretty horrifying, in that this lady had 2 pit bulls that had attacked somebody, and so they were in quarantine, which a lot of municipalities say that if your dog attacks another dog or human, it needs to be quarantined for
10 days usually.
to see if it has rabies or whatever. And so this particular facility allowed the owners to come up and walk them and feed them and still spend time with them.
And they had been quarantined at the place they're being quarantined at, right?
For
trying to bite other dogs or trying to bite the owner or handlers.
They were quarantined there for biting another human, I think.
But I think like they were
previously.
like they had been quarantined for biting another human outside of this business, and then at the business I think they were quarantined again for like trying to possibly bite some of the workers there or other dogs or something. So obviously something bad was happening with these dogs that they're biting.
Yeah.
Too much.
And the lady took the dogs for a walk and then didn't come back.
A little closed-in space out there, I think.
Yeah, and the dogs ended up attacking her, and then she was kind of laying there. By the time first responders got there, they couldn't get near her because the dogs were going crazy, so they had to kill the dogs, shot them, killed them. And then the woman died later.
A couple days later, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I think pit bull is one of like how many dog species have killed their owners in an attack?
All of them.
So,
No, you think a Shih Tzu has killed a?
Pit bulls and Rottweilers
Yeah.
are the 2 animals that can be considered weapons in the state of Texas.
Oh, really?
And it's interesting that you brought that up because the stat that I heard related to the story, pit bulls and Rottweilers account for like 70% of all dog deaths.
Yep.
Or, dog bite deaths, what have you. But and I don't think it's anything inherent necessarily with the breed. I think all dogs at some point can snap and have problems. It's just that
The strength.
It's the strength and literal physical nature of the dogs that.
But that
leads
is
into
with
it.
the breed.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the breed, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not something like they're like vicious killing machines
Yeah,
that only do one thing.
Maybe, I don't know.
They have a little bit
Those things
more
have been
ready
bred
to
for
attack.
centuries.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, there are nice pit bulls. There's a lot of people that have
yeah.
pit bulls at the dog park.
Well, and every single person that has had a pit bull attack one of their family members or kill their kid or something like that, they all said that the dog was fine until it wasn't.
You're right. And the problem is when it's not, they are good at killing things.
Yeah.
HSO.
Your Chihuahua ain't gonna kill anything.
Exactly.
I'm not a dog owner, so of course I'm
Not yet.
partial here, but I
About to
feel
be.
like with all those steps, we're a little bit too loose with dog attacks. Like if these dogs, my opinion is dogs are a luxury. Like I know they're family, I know y'all love them, but whenever your dog starts hurting people or other animals, like I feel like we're way too lax with them.
So you think that people don't treat them as animals like they should.
They're more of a kid.
They treat them more as like a member of the family.
Like with kid gloves, like whenever your dog is showing like very evident, pattern of hurting people, gone, in my opinion.
Oh,
It should
definitely
be gone.
And the thing that I guess bugs me most about this is, generally speaking, you have people who aren't good owners that lead to situations like this.
Fuck yes, absolutely.
And they get a dog.
Specifically if you have situations where like dogs get hurt, or humans get hurt by dogs, babies or young children get hurt by dogs. It's because for whatever reason people don't understand that a dog is an animal, and putting a kid next to it may not be a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things that pisses me off to no end is like whenever people come into the dog park and their animal charges mine, like literally charges my dog, and they laugh it off.
Yeah.
And I'm extremely sensitive to it. I know that my dog does not do well with aggressive dogs in any way. So like in those situations, like if I know that there's a dog coming in, I'll yell at people and tell them, "Hey, hold on. Give me a second. Let me pack my dog up. I'll get out of here."
Yeah.
But people don't do that, and people don't recognize their behavior. People don't recognize whenever dogs are dangerous, and it leads to shitty situations like this. Like, I don't know. Every time I see a young kid with a pit bull, I'm terrified.
Yeah. Or just even a cat.
Dog. Well, I don't like seeing kids with any dogs. Like a kid out there walking the dog looks weird.
Yeah. Yeah, a kid should never be walking a dog.
And especially like, there's a couple times I'll look around. Okay, where's this kid's parents at?
Yeah.
Nowhere to be seen. Like, you're just letting this kid walk your dog.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know. I guess maybe they know the dog ain't gonna do anything. But that's not always an issue. Yeah. Sometimes the other dog can be a problem.
And I might be wrong here, but I think the big difference between being potentially a dog owner, a pet owner, and a parent is shitty parents get their kids hurt, but shitty pet owners potentially get other people hurt because the dog's going to go after somebody else or some other animal.
Yeah, agreed.
Both suck, but I don't know.
Yeah, and the same could be said with kids, or with parents of kids.
Yeah.
Because shitty parents raise serial killers.
Potentially.
Yes and no.
That was a joke. But no, yeah, they always say that with parents, part of the problem is that there's no prerequisites to be a parent.
Nope. Yeah.
Like everybody's pretty much born with the ability to become one, and you don't have to take a test for it. You don't have to whatever. It's even more true with dogs. Like,
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
you don't have
your Operation Kindness who will check your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like to adopt from, you didn't get yours from OK, did you?
No, I got mine from the shelter.
They do vet you, like they come to your place and make sure that but
you're safe, or at least give you some documentation or something like that. But puppy, like the assholes on Craigslist, they're just like churning out dogs trying to make money off of them.
And some of them, those puppy mills. You're gonna say,
I think that shit should be more regulated. But
Agreed.
That's me.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you like just go buy 2 cows and start breeding them, or do you have to like do anything?
Admittedly, I've owned no cows, so I don't know.
I've not owned any cows either.
No, neither. No,
I mean,
no cows.
when you buy cows, though, you basically get a title to it, so at least you have some documentation about it. But
I mean, I have a documentation about owning a pup.
But
they don't check anything. No.
Yeah.
They just say, "Oh, here, give me your $25, and there's your dog."
Yeah.
We'll
But I mean,
give
a
it some
lot of
shots
times,
and-
like people just like find a box of puppies sitting outside of a gas station, and somebody's just like,
Yeah.
"You want a puppy? Here's $20.
Yeah.
Or give me $20." But yeah, people don't take a responsibility of owning a dog very seriously, and with me, I take it very seriously because I've got an 85-pound dog and a 100-pound dog.
Yeah.
That I if they hurt somebody, if they hurt another dog, I'm responsible for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a lot of people that take that seriously. And I get really mad. PSA for anybody out there. Do not put your small child next to a dog you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like this isn't as big a deal in my apartment complex because there aren't that many kids that just live there, right? But at the dog park in Louisville that we used to go to, people would just bring their kids in there. They don't even have dogs. They just bring kids in to play with dogs.
Pups, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, honestly, in those situations, if it's posted that, children under the age of 10 are not supposed to be in here, well, I'll let my dog knock them over.
Yeah.
Sucks for the kid, but parents need to learn a lesson. Actually, the funniest
Your
one.
insurance company says otherwise.
Yeah. Well, the funniest one was these two two people that did not speak English. I think they were Asian, but they didn't speak English and maybe didn't read. But they walked into the dog park with no dogs and pulled out a badminton and a shuttlecock, badminton rackets and a shuttlecock, and we're just like playing badminton in the dog park. And Natty like jumped on the woman. I was like, I don't even know, like, what the hell are you doing in here? And then she was like, oh no. And then like they left, and I was like, sorry, what are you doing? Stupid people be dumb.
Yeah.
They thought it was a regular park.
Also, don't let your dogs out without a leash.
Yep.
It's illegal in Texas. I don't care how friendly or nice your dog is, or it runs away and it causes some kind of accident.
Dude, I'll be walking around our park out here, and people be in that park out there with their dog off a leash, like throwing it a Frisbee or whatever. Like, just go to the freaking dog park. It's right there.
I hate. Yeah. I feel like such a fucking Dwight Schrute, but that really fucking bothers me. Like,
is it statewide illegal? Or
I know
thought it's municipality.
There's definitely
it's municipality, but it's pretty much period. Here if you live in the apartment complexes, pretty much
says
any
on
apartment,
every wall, it's like you cannot.
It's
have
on your
dog
lease. Yeah.
Off leash.
I guarantee you, every apartment complex in Texas is that way. But
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a control freak, but I would never let my dogs off a leash, like when they're not fenced in, because I'd be too afraid that they're gonna run.
If shit runs out, it runs out. If Nilo runs out, which Nilo knows,
that motherfucker will too.
It happens
twice.
But
he's done it.
I see multiple times I'll go out there to get my Uber Eats because I'm a lazy fuck.
I was putting my groceries in one day, and I'm like, open the door. I didn't put him in his crate whenever I left because I was gonna be gone that long. Moving away from the door, I set my groceries down. Out the door he goes. I'm like, motherfucker! I'm like, stop! No, don't come here. You like run down the stairs. Luckily, the second time he only went to the second level. Then I'll get on a knee and he'll run over to me. So it's not as bad. But at Beard's house, yeah.
When you gotta have blues,
just fucking took off.
Yeah, he ran around the corner.
Where's he going?
I don't know, but he came back whenever I got. So like, I learned that if I get on a knee, that he'll come over to me.
Yeah.
Like he thinks it's a game.
Well,
hey, this is a cool game. We're gonna run. You're gonna chase me.
Yeah, the girl started running. I was like, stop! Don't run.
I walked outside.
Just chill.
Nilo, come here. Got on a knee and he ran over to me. So.
Yeah. I've had let's see. Natty's pretty good. I bet with Natty I could let her off the leash and she would stay relatively close to me, but I don't do that because, again, she has a problem with small, aggressive dogs, and
Natty is the one that runs out of the door every time we open the door.
Rogue's the one that will go. Really? Natty will come out to you guys because she's like excited.
Yeah.
Rogue will fucking go, and then she like every time that she's gotten out, like I had to do the get on the knee thing and be like, "Hey, come here. It's okay. I'm not mad at you. You don't have to run." Like shit like that.
Yeah,
and then I get her and I'm like, "You stupid bitch." Make me run. Kiki actually has been the one that's been running out the door the most lately, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't know why I don't do this, but like bring the dogs in and like unleash them, and then I forget to shut the door all the way, and he gets in there with that hook paw,
Yeah.
pulls the door open, and I'll hear the door go, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Well, it's
Does he actually run?
It's only because the wind's blocked. I
He used
feel like
to-
if the wind was not blocked, he would stop.
He used to be that
Well,
cat that
that's-
would get outside and he would not know what to do. Like, oh, I've
He
made it
jump outside,
but
and then he stops.
uh-oh,
He
now what
lays
I
down.
do?
And I think that's what it is, because in my hallway, there's not that much wind, but if he
Yeah.
runs around the corner far enough
Yeah.
that the wind hits him, he sits.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he lives for that moment. Like,
He spends his entire time plotting how to get outside, and then he gets outside and is like, oh shit, what do I do now? Didn't think this far.
I have dreamed a dream.
I think that's the same, like, philosophical, like, conundrum that would happen if, like, humans found out that aliens existed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you think everything's the way that it is, and then you get exposed to something that completely shatters your
They
worldview.
do exist.
And then you just sit down and like cry. I'll never forget. We had the back door open, and this was at 2316.
Yeah.
We had the back door open, and he saw like a leaf blowing around
Yeah,
in the
a
wind,
leaf was blowing on the patio in the wind.
and it was a good like 5 feet out the door, and he just like runs and jumps, pounces on the leaf,
Superman that shit.
like cleared like 5 feet out of the door, and then hits the ground, and is like, "What the fuck?"
You could tell, like, halfway through his jump, he's like, where am I?
The world.
He's in the upside down.
Yeah.
entered another dimension.
Yeah, that was fun. I don't even think he crawled back. We had to go pick him up.
He freezes.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's like an alley cat sitting on the fence, like, look at this dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird things
Fucking
that
Bubble Boy.
animals do, does your dogs, they like, will like rub their head on the ground on something?
Yeah.
Like they'll smell something. So I was walking Nilo today, and there's a dead bird that had been run over on the roadway. So we're walking across, and he smells it. I'm watching him, and he starts to go lean his head on it, and I yanked the leash, like, no, what do you do? You cannot roll around on this dead bird. You weird dog.
So,
Fucking Rita.
He slid across the concrete on his side. There's cars coming. I'm like, get off this dead bird, you weirdo.
fucking weirdo.
Rita, bird-faced bitch.
My dogs have done that up in my grandpa's spot. He's got like 3 acres and like big wooded back lot. And we let them out. They went running, and then like 20 minutes we call them to come back in, and they come back, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Death.
And yeah, they do that. I did looked it up online like we did, and they do that to mask their scent. They can cover up their own scent with something that's like really, really powerful. So it's like a way to cover up what they smell like and hide their trail.
Is that better or worse than, and you haven't probably experienced this, but going to leave for school for the day and stepping in a dead bird that is right underneath your doorstep
That's
because your
never
cat
happened.
brought it home for you?
Oh,
I have not had that happen.
Oh, man. That was I appreciate it because, the cat's bringing those because they
Bringing a
don't think you
treasure.
hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just fucking a dead squirrel covered in ants, like, on your fucking doorstep. Like, bro. Or you'll walk out and there are feathers fucking everywhere.
Did you know that feral cats are not supposed to be around pregnant women?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they get some sort of parasite that's like non-life threatening, but it's bad for babies. It's like toxoplasma or something like that.
Oh, yeah, my dad had to take meds for that.
Yeah,
Because his immune suppression. Because once you get it, like, it's with you.
yeah,
And it's especially bad when you're a baby because you have no immune system. But
Yeah,
if your
yeah.
immune system's ever compromised, it can
cause some problems.
it breaks out. But yeah, my old man had to take meds for that, and they were expensive.
Yeah, when it comes, the primary carrier is feral cats,
yeah,
because it's pests that carry it,
yeah.
and they fucking murder everything.
You've heard about that? I don't know what it's called. It's kind of like anyway, but it's this brain parasite in rats that when it's ready to reproduce, it releases a signal in the rat's brain to go and get itself eaten by a cat because
What?
it reproduces in the intestines of cats.
no way. That's not a real thing.
No, it is. It is. It's
not cephalopod. What's the fucking? It's the Last of Us thing.
Yeah, it's the same fungus.
Cordyceps.
It's a fungus.
Yeah, cordyceps, right?
They do that with ants and like insects. Brain will get infected with this fungus, and they crawl up, and then like it tells it to get up high, and then it kills it, and then it spreads out, and then the spores filter out. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess I've seen parasites that make insects at least do weird stuff, but
it's like Pickle Rick whenever he's tonguing that cockroach brain.
I think it explicitly yeah. I made him watch Pickle Rick. It makes the rat attracted to ammonia. That's
cat piss.
Prevalent cat piss.
Huh.
But yeah,
fascinating.
That might all be bullshit. I've had a couple beers, but
no, I think that's a thing. I know that fungus is for real with insects.
Cordyceps, yeah, because Joe Rogan pushes cordyceps.
Does he?
Yes.
Oh.
Because a lot of people take them because they think they help with stuff.
They make you climb a tree and die.
No, so the big thing about cordyceps is that they haven't been able to affect, so far, mammals.
So Joe Rogan's responsible for The Last of Us? Is that...
He might be.
I can see the strings of the
Have we
future.
been cordycepted? Like, was he the first one that got and he's just... It's evolved to know to hit podcasters, so they push that shit?
Now, this is a conspiracy theory I can get behind. Also, this is your joke, and I'm going to take it, but we're going to refer to Joe Rogan as white Oprah. Or, sorry, male Oprah.
Both.
White male Oprah?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not my joke. It's Reddit. But
What was it?
yeah.
Oh.
Once they stated it, I believed it.
You know, people used to think I was really funny, but I just found Reddit before them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Your face there with the cockroach tongue.
Because
That was pretty funny.
I didn't remember that part, but yeah.
Whenever I was talking about how
Oh,
Pickle
yeah.
Rick starts controlling the cockroach.
That's how he gets his arms and his legs.
I like how that episode in particular, they just kind of breeze over like any scientifical, like, because he ends up like fighting and killing that cockroach, and then figures out by just licking its brain that he can control it.
Yeah.
And using that, he constructs Pickle Rick. It's amazing.
That and mice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mice brain and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
Pickle
that
Rick's
whole
hilarious.
speech when he kills the alpha mouse is like, maybe you should have been more worried about impressing me and not your peers or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he kills him. He's like, damn, I love myself.
That's such a good episode.
Yeah.
You picked a good one to like really in a nutshell explain what fucking Rick and Morty's about.
If I had to do it again, and maybe we'll still watch it because we'll get drunk again after I through. Total Recall is probably my second one. It's the one with the parasite in the house.
Oh yeah.
I love that one.
That one will really fuck with you though, because it like deals with the nature of reality and whatnot.
Yeah.
Unity was another.
Yeah, I know you like Unity.
I like Unity. I like Unity because of like how dark the fucking ending is.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Patton Oswalt's in that one.
Yep. Yeah, that show is. That's a really good show. I found out a dude that I work with who's in his 40s and has a 13-year-old kid.
Oh yeah.
Watches Rick and Morty, and I was like, I like you.
Yeah.
You good people.
It's Rick and Morty's hard because it's one of those things where people will just see that you watch a cartoon at face value. Like, it's pretty mature and it does some.
It has some pretty heady themes in it.
Yeah.
Some pretty punchy in the face. Good stuff. So here's a question. It's a moral question. Same guy I was just talking about. 13-year-old kid. He's like in his 40s, something like that. Pretty good dude. Talk to the guy. Work friends with him, what have you. But he asked me questions about video games for his son. Because his son's big into Fortnite. But him and his wife decided that they weren't going to let his kid play Call of Duty until he was of age. Because, you know, it's MA, so it's supposed to be 17 and up or what have you. And so he asked me these questions about games that are coming out. And so far I've been pretty honest. Like, I understand what he's trying to do raising his kids, so I'm giving him actual feedback. Now, if I was the 13-year-old, or when I was 13 years old, and I wanted a video game, and my dad asked somebody at work that knew about it, I would have wanted that motherfucker to lie so I can get my video game. So am I doing the right thing?
So he's not your nephew. You don't have any obligation to him. So you tell him the truth. This is your nephew. You got to be a bro for him for a little bit. That's my opinion. Like, you could be the uncle that gives your 10-year-old nephew a shot of Jack Daniels, or you can be the uncle that lets your kid play Just Cause 3.
I mean, Just Cause 3, obviously.
But you have no obligation to this kid. So
none.
You do your
none
shit.
outside of, like, the guy I work with him.
Yeah, you tell him the truth.
That's what I've been doing. But I've also tried to advise him that I don't agree with the mature themes, and like I don't agree with the ranking system. I don't think that violence dictates behavior. I think a parent caring is more important.
It all depends on how the kid reacts to it.
Exactly. No, you kid.
But at the same time, it's not our kid.
Exactly. So all I'm telling him, I told him whenever Apex came out that it's a fun game that doesn't have blood or anything like that. It's more like Fortnite, slightly more realistic, more about shooting.
Yeah.
But
it's not going to train him to go shoot people.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. He asked me about another game, and I was like, oh, no. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Grand Theft Auto.
Outlast.
Fucking Outlast. No, I can't remember what it was, but it was something that was, violent, but not. Can't remember.
Would you rather you have to play a game to completion? Outlast, Dark Souls, or Doki Doki?
Level of effort, Doki Doki. Preference, probably Outlast.
There's a lot of man-dick in Outlast, though.
There's
a lot. They put you in man-dick in, like... I think you see man-dick earlier in Outlast than you do in The Watchmen. And that's only like a 3-hour movie.
The other thing that I liked about Outlast, too, they should have had some more mechanics in it. Yeah. But because there's only like 3 things that you can do to get away from people. But I like the fact that there is no fighting. Like, you have to run or you die.
Bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Which is probably more apt to real life than most video games. Like, video games make you think like you're going to, kill the terrorist and save the day and all that stuff. And that game's like, nope, you run and fucking hide.
You're lucky enough to get night vision with batteries.
Man, watching Achievement Hunter play that game has been one of my favorite series.
Yeah.
Because it was Michael that was playing it, and then Gab was like watching. And he was just screaming, just jumping and screaming. It's great. All right. Source of pride. You guys talk a lot of shit at me about not playing Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I played the game. I fucking hate that game. And it's not because it's hard.
The problem is you never got good.
See, that attitude right there is what pisses me off.
No, it's not just about you being good. It's about getting your stats that are okay-ish, and then it's just about overall getting to a Dark Souls state of mind. I don't know. It's not. State of mind. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's not that we told you that it's not that we think you suck. I mean, obviously, you killed one boss that we didn't even thought about how to kill, and you killed him pretty quick. Like that one where you dropped the bait where he burned himself.
Oh yeah.
We never even fucking thought about that, and we were like, holy shit, because he was super hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just about what other people struggle with. Like, Beard is like the Dark Souls aficionado, and I beat 3 in like half the time that he did.
Yeah.
But he's still probably better at the game. It's just, I don't know.
My other problem, and maybe this is me being a snob, the graphics in that game are fucking trash. And it's bugging me.
And you played 1, right?
Yeah, 1. I downloaded and installed 2, thinking that maybe if I played...
too. Yeah,
it does.
3, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The first 2 are pretty bad.
Well, because they're old. I mean, they're like... Dark Souls 1 came out in like 2008.
3 is probably one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
Is it?
I'm not just like... That's not hyperbole. Just the 3 is a beautiful game. I will buy you 3 if you beat Doki Doki.
Do I still get the 30-pack?
I'll do both. Yes.
Both.
That
When are you
means
gonna buy a
have to play
PC,
it.
Never.
bro? Come on.
I don't want one.
Why don't you want one?
I have no use for it.
We play it literally every day.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
cannot
but I don't have to-
get on your phone on Discord.
I get on my iPad on Discord. But see, I don't need a game to get on Discord.
You do if you want to play with us.
I can just talk.
Why don't you want to play this? When's the last? Okay, so we played Rocket League the other day.
Yeah.
But before that, in Apex,
Destiny.
we hadn't played video games for months
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. It's been a while.
And I'll get on and play Apex because I'm a fucking beast at that game.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'll get on to play Apex with you guys, but you should get a PC. It's so much better. You know how much better your porn's gonna be on a computer.
And you know what? You're gonna get a new TV, and then you'll be
I do
able
need a
to
new
stream from the PC to the TV.
Hmm.
I mean, you can do that from other things too, but it's way easier to do from a PC.
We'll see. I needed the new TV first.
Bro, I had a half off a gaming PC for you like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Dude, wait 3 months. He'll build like 4 PCs and you can
Okay.
buy one.
See, I'll wait.
I won't.
4 months is around my birthday, so.
It's not gonna happen again.
Oh. Well, we'll see.
There are other forces at work that prevent me from exhibiting such behavior.
At one time, JT had like 4 PCs built, maybe more. I think we counted more. Fully built PCs.
Right now, I have none that I built, but I have 5 PCs in my house.
Well, like half of those are laptops, right?
More than half.
Yeah, those don't count.
I've got my main laptop, which is what we're recording this thing on, and then I've got work laptop now, thankfully. Wifey has a laptop, and then I've got a old laptop, and then I've got little brick PC.
I don't know if I miss having a laptop or no.
No.
I kind of want one.
I haven't had one in
but I can't
forever.
justify it.
Well, your last laptop was a piece of shit.
It wasn't even a laptop. It was
Yeah, it
a
was a
netbook.
Yeah.
Netbooks are the
It
worst.
didn't
thing that
even
ever
have an
happened.
OS.
Netbooks were so trash.
Yeah. It had like a 3-inch screen.
Yeah. I drafted on it, though. At Hooters, right?
Yeah. I will say, so the other laptop that I have that's my laptop is an Ultrabook that's like one of those yoga fold-up tablet things.
Yeah.
I think I used to use that to record with. I like that thing.
Yeah, it almost melted to the coffee table.
That was when we did streaming on it, too.
Yeah.
We were doing content capture, mixed in a video board and an audio feed, or video feed and audio from this thing. And it was screaming and dying.
Yeah.
We dropped so many frames on that recording. It was awful.
See, and I don't want another laptop because I feel bad for the last way I treated my last one.
The infamous Taylor Swift v. Avril Lavigne.
Paramore.
Oh, yeah, Paramore, Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, the Frisbee to end the game.
That's still the best way I've ever seen a night end. Like, whenever it's just like, it's done, we need to go to bed, and you slammed your dick on the table hard, and it stopped.
We were all pretty drunk. It was
I gotta
like
take a piss.
late at night. I had to piss too. Okay.
All right. Shall we pick this up after?
Yes.
Will we pause? We
Yes,
will pause.
pause.
All right, we'll pick this up. Yeah. So we're back.
Are we? Oops.
We are back.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So that fateful evening.
Yeah, so what were we doing that day? We were all good and drunk, and it was just the 4 of us in the house.
That could have been any day there because
Yeah.
we got drunk a lot. I'll take one.
We do need to do a 11:20 cast.
That's true. We
Bring
probably
it
have
back.
to do that towards your neck of the woods for
Well,
reasons.
The Matty Boat does work like right around the corner,
That's true.
so we could talk to him about just sticking around for a bit.
You know, if we do move to Fridays, which sounds like we might do, that would be feasible.
Yeah.
Because you could always just sit on the couch. Is there sound coming out of my computer?
Yep. I got it.
Sorry.
Fucking amateur, Jesus.
Speaking of sound in the background, did you hear them sirens earlier?
Yeah. There's the ambulance, Brian. Thank you. Sorry.
I wonder if you can hear the sirens earlier.
Yeah. So, right after college, we were all working. I think there are 4 of us in one house. and our collective income was like $1,000 a month.
It wasn't very much.
It was like
It was more than that, but
I think I had the lion's share of the salary there for a little bit,
I mean, our
and
rent
I
was
was
only
getting
what?
paid like $400.
$330 or something.
yeah, our rent payment was $330, and then I think with all bills told, everybody paid like $500 a month.
Yeah, you're right.
Really? Huh.
Which motherfucker,
That'd be awesome right now.
right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, you look at your rent like when I remember
Oh,
when
dude.
I lived at those Bonnie Green apartments on Bonnie Bray. My rent was $240.
Yeah,
Fuck. Anyway, so we were drunk, and it's pretty late at night, and we got in this debate. Mateo and I were on one side versus Matty, Bo, and John.
JT.
And I think we were sorry.
Thank
fuck
you.
it. We were disagreeing about two different things, but we'll maintain that our argument that was Paramore
Is
is
better
a much better musical experience than
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne.
Lavigne.
I can't even remember her name.
Lavigne.
and Matty Bo, and my opinion, and right fact in this argument was that there is no difference
But there
between
is.
Avril Lavigne and Paramore.
So I have some empirical
Paramore is so much better.
differences, which we
That's an
will
opinion.
do for
That's a
the
fact.
1120. We will fucking have a showdown.
Uh-oh.
We'll have the conclusion to the argument of Paramore versus Avril Lavigne.
We will gator clamp all laptops down. Anyway, sorry, I kind of spoiled it, but we were getting at it pretty hard with each other,
Yeah, I mean, to the point that we were almost
having
shouting
a
at each
heated
other.
discussion.
and we were all pretty close. We were all close. And the bit about that house is that all of our music, it was a little bit before Spotify was mobile enough to where we could Bluetooth it. We didn't have
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
We didn't have Bluetooth. We
And-
had a like
a speaker
30-foot,
system,
right?
3.5 millimeter cable.
Even just auxing by your phone wasn't feasible because it would kill our batteries
Yeah.
a little bit. So it was just accepted that my laptop was the means of
Music.
music.
Yeah.
And every night, like, we would put up music on the laptop. But at some point, it got heat enough, and I just decided.
Well,
that I
hold
was-
up.
We're done with music.
No,
for
no,
the
go
day.
good, go good.
I was gonna say it's also like 2:30 in the morning. We've been drinking for like 6 hours.
We're yelling at each other.
We're yelling at each other, and we've been playing like Smash Ball or something
Yeah.
for like 3 hours. So we were all very drunk.
Loose.
I mean, yeah. So I was pretty upset, and the outcome probably looks better than the thought at the time. And the thought at the time was, I'm fucking over this. So I remember calmly unplugging the aux cord, folding down the screen on my laptop, and I frisbeed it behind our couch we had a big living room kitchen, like
Combo.
big,
Yeah.
yeah. And I frisbeed
Tile
it out,
floor.
and it said, I'm fucking out.
We had tile floor. in the
Tile
kitchen.
floor, and
Yeah.
he just fucking chunks it over his shoulder.
Yeah, I remember the frisbee motion.
Man, I wish there was video of all of us watching it float through the air.
The conversation stopped because I didn't wait or anything. Like, we were still mid rant at each other when it happened.
Yeah, we were still yelling. We heard the music stop, and we were like, "Yeah, I guess D's done.
Frisbee.
He's gonna go to bed." And then fucking gone, and then hearing the clack clack in a
Yeah.
silent room.
And we're all
Yeah.
like, oh, did that really happen?
Clack clack.
I'll never forget about that because I started to stand up as I heard the second clack because I was expecting maybe glass to break or something.
Yeah,
We had a beer pong table behind us, and I wasn't sure if I was going to hit that table or not.
yeah.
And as I started to stand up, one of you guys, I think it might have been you, said, "Well, I guess we're done for the evening."
Yeah,
Very calmly.
Matt.
I didn't say a word to anybody, just got up and walked to my room.
Just frisbee out, and that was that.
That's the end of that.
Unfortunately for my laptop, it survived.
Yeah, that
And
was
it's still
not the end
playing
of the
music.
laptop.
And
Was
it
it?
was in, "Please kill me."
The
That's
thing
good
that I
Dell,
liked the
right?
most about it, no, it was an HP because
Oh,
I
yeah.
had the same style laptop. You just had the bigger one.
Yeah.
I like that. So the only thing that went wrong with it initially was that the
Screen.
screen cracked.
You're right.
Yeah.
But it cracked in the way that old LCDs would, where like only a section of the screen was unusable.
Yeah.
And I remember because I thought it was dead, and then I saw you pull it out like a couple of days later.
Yeah.
And I was like, that thing's still. Oh God, look at the screen.
Yeah.
And you had like set the resolution down so that it was on the usable parts of the screen.
I like set the parameters down to where it was the functioning part of the screen.
And then it slowly like would die further and further.
Yeah.
That thing lasted for the rest of the time we were in the house, and then a little while longer, right?
Yeah. I finally just killed it.
It was like, that thing still would work as like a streaming PC.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The only other problem with it is that the hinges on the screen broke. We had to hold it up and we had to prop it just
hold
the
it
right
just
way.
so.
Yeah, but I mean it still worked. It was a champ. That's about the only time I'll ever endorse an HP product.
You should totally email them and be like, hey,
yeah.
this model was great.
Well, and
I Frisbeed it.
So I had the similar laptop, and I bought that laptop because it was cheap and it had good specs for what I wanted, right? And there were a couple of other things that I really dug about it. And my mom and my dad had the same laptop, and then I had that one, like that same series. So it was kind of in the family, right? But the gloss all over everything on that laptop drove me fucking crazy.
Yeah, it got so dirty so quick.
So dirty, and then like your fingers would like stick to the keys because it was like it wasn't matte finish.
It was a really cool laptop. I will say that. Everything about that laptop was badass.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, except for that part. That's all I was gonna say.
One thing, worst design I've ever seen on a laptop, before or since. The way to turn the Wi-Fi on and off was a little haptic button right next to backspace.
Yes.
And so if you slipped off a backspace, you'd hit that and then your Wi-Fi would stop and you don't know why.
Yeah.
And then you figure it out, and it's fine whenever you're just like browsing the internet. You just hit it and it reconnects, right?
Yeah.
We used that laptop for Empire Earth back in the day when we did that. And whenever I hit that button, I would disconnect from the game, but it wouldn't stop the game. And so we'd be playing for a while and then realize we'd have to stop and reload.
You know what pisses me off to this day?
Oh.
I've attempted to play Empire Earth with you guys probably 5 times. I've never completed an Empire Earth game. We got really close. We got like 15 hours in. I remember I was fucking churning out tanks. But then the game disconnected and we were done at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
With no resolution. We were just starting to turn the corner. But I've never finished Empire Earth.
Maybe that's what we should do for
The bachelor party?
Yeah, the bachelor party for the 2 elder statesmen.
We've tried. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, they always were like, we'll figure something out. But that would be a good one. And the only thing, we could make it happen. It's the systems now.
Yeah.
Like, we can't use like the computers that we have now. We need to have ones that were from like 10 years ago.
Could we create just like
VMs?
Yeah, like just like the guy on Twitch, like just virtual machines.
Yeah, that would take some effort. What would be easier is if we went and talked to Happy, because he's got boxes of laptops from that
I
era.
thought we've tried that and it never got anywhere.
We have, but I haven't tried that hard. And also in traditional Happy fashion, whenever he figured out that I wanted something, he jacked the price up.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's how it goes. The man is a negotiator,
Businessman.
but that one frustrated me because I guarantee they've just been sitting in his garage for like 6 years and haven't moved.
I'm down. I mean, Mateo, I know you've never played Empire Earth. I can guarantee you have no
I don't even know what it is
desire. It's a RTS.
What?
A real-time strategy game.
It's like StarCraft.
StarCraft or
What?
Empire. Yeah, I mean, Age of Empires. Exactly.
Did you ever play Command and Conquer back in the day?
Nope.
Jesus, so dismissive. So judgmental.
You wouldn't like it. I can guarantee you wouldn't like it. But we could get Smash Ball going on the TV.
I like Smash Ball.
We could do a nerd night, but then have like less nerd and bigger nerd like sections.
Yeah.
You remember? God, man. It's the only time I've ever done poker night at your house.
Yeah.
Or our house at 2316. And then these dipshits came over. And I remember once the loser started losing, they went to Smash Ball. And I've never wanted to lose in poker so bad. Like, I just want to be done. It's when you're your neighbors across the street, house burners came over.
Yeah.
And I was torn because on one hand, I really want to go play Smash Ball. But on the other hand, that guy was so cocky, I just wanted to beat the shit out of him. And I did beat him.
Yeah.
And then,
he burned his house down, so.
Well, I mean, won in the long run. But yeah. Because he showed up in sunglasses and he was all try hard. And I was like, he made a comment about me staying in on something. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to stay long enough to beat that guy. And then it did. And then I think I went all in 3 hands in a row. I remember him being done and making comments about it. I was like, yeah, I was just here to beat you.
Everybody else can have my money now. I just wanted you.
Yeah.
Oh, that old. I love that house.
Yeah, we
Fuck the house up.
we tried to take that house down one wall at a time.
Yeah, it
Literally.
it was easier to repair than the year that we lived at 2316. There was much less damage.
Yeah.
Maybe we were older and more mature. So there's this concept that I don't know how to put into words.
Dicks.
But I don't know how to exactly to say it without a long expression to it. But it's the realization that whenever people say how things are, that you don't understand what they're trying to tell you until you experience it for yourself. So the whole enjoy college, it's the best time of your life kind of mentality, and you have a lot of fun doing that. You don't understand that until it's a couple years out and you're like, shit.
Yeah. There's an Office quote. It's fucking the Hangover guy. Ed Helms, what's his name?
Yeah.
The teeth guy.
He's like, I wish somebody could just tell you when the good times were happening so you could realize that they're happening.
But it's not just about being
Yeah.
nostalgic about looking back
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the good times, but it's also the first time you get yourself in a situation where you're negotiating your future salary, or arguing your way out of a speeding ticket. Those experiences in life that you hear people give you advice on, and then you experience the situation and realize that there's some truth to what other people have said.
Yeah.
I remember when we lived at the house at 1120, that I remember looking back and was like, man, I miss college. Those are the best times ever. Mm-hmm. And now I think back and I'm like, I really fucking enjoyed the times at 1120.
I think 1120 is much more fun.
Yeah.
I loved Denton. I loved all that stuff. Sorry if I identify as living in Denton.
Look, everybody knows we live in DFW.
DFW.
I don't know. The thing I liked about 1120 was that we all had shit jobs that we had no obligations to once we left them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all, none of us, we knew we weren't going to be staying with that.
Well, the three of us had that sort of situation. Old Matty Bo
was getting his fucking masters the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one that proved himself, I guess, in that time. But those 2 years we lived there were some good fucking times.
Yeah.
And every time we talk about a story about that, I'm always reminded of that feeling.
Y'all say the word. We can all save some money and do the compound. I'm down.
We need that's a big old house.
Look,
bed.
We were looking at this house while we were in 1120. We had talked about this, but we found this house that was on Lake Louisville. That was an 8-bedroom house, 8-bedroom, 5-bathroom.
We would have a commune.
Oh my god, that would have been crazy.
Listen, any time of the day, I'm down.
That'd be nuts.
It would be interesting.
Can't start a family though at that compound.
You could. That's how cults are formed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
What would our cult be?
The new Taukai.
New Takai. What would our words be?
I don't know.
Never take life too seriously.
Oh.
You'll never get out alive.
Yep. Life moves pretty fast.
So that's Ferris Bueller. I went with Van Wilder. I feel like those are the icons
that
of
was
different generations.
Oscar Wilde, yeah.
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 That was Oscar Wilde?
Yeah.
Never take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yes.
I always attributed that to Van Wilder.
Well, it is an
Probably, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the bit. Is that like that
He's
schnozzy? She says it to the schnozzy newspaper guy, and he said, "That's bullshit. Who would ever say that?" And just like, it was Oscar Wilde.
H.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that is the fucking direct quote.
I feel much better saying it now. I'll actually quote it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to put a Van Wilder underneath.
Yeah, and everyone's like, you're quoting a shitty movie from 15 years ago.
Shitty movie, bro.
It's not a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Oh,
a good
here's a good
I
thread.
moan backwards. That's worth it. Sorry.
Naomi.
Yeah.
Chili con carne. We're talking about farting out the vagina.
Ugh.
It's gross. There's a thread that was on Reddit today that I was reading that was great. It was, what's a really bad movie that you enjoy watching?
You see what number 3 was?
I don't remember what number 3
Shitty
was.
submarine movie. Down Periscope was number 3.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's right. We had this conversation.
Yeah, it was like episode 13.
No, but that was about submarine movies. It wasn't about
yeah.
shitty movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's your bad shitty movie? You've got a lot of them, John, so what's your favorite?
Sex Drive.
Rumspringa.
I love that movie.
The
I watch
thing
this movie so much.
that really made me feel good and bad was that I'd seen every movie on like the top 20 posts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I enjoyed every movie on the top 20 posts.
Dude, there's
Yeah.
so many awful horror movies that I love. Just trash horror movies that are on Netflix.
The only one that I'm irrationally mad about was Area 541 or whatever it was.
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That movie was fantastic.
I
Horrible.
fucking laptop over my shoulder moment whenever that fucking dinosaur runs past the window.
I remember being asleep because that was when I worked early. And I remember there being
didn't watch it with
audible
us?
yells. No, I went to bed.
Immediately. The
And there
first time we
were
watched.
audible yells, and I was
Beard
like,
was
"What are these people getting
pissed.
pissed off about?"
Beard was. He's like, you invited me over here to watch this garbage.
Yeah,
I had
Yeah.
to sit through this garbage. But
It was so bad. It was
the dinosaur
just-
running past the window was great.
Well, and I told somebody at work, this was, like 6-7 years ago. I told somebody at work about it. They went home and watched it, and like a couple weeks later, they were like, that movie was fucking awesome. What are you talking about? I was like, it's
It's horrible.
like, it's not even so bad it's good. Like, there are movies
bad.
like Sharknado that fit in that category where it's intentionally bad, but then
What was
people
it for
enjoy
that?
it.
Was it Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus?
Oh man.
It rises.
It rises. Holy shit.
It's like what's that?
It rises.
I'm getting married tomorrow.
What's that one that the sorority twins
need to
are
watch it.
excited about?
The Meg.
The Meg.
That's on HBO now.
I still haven't seen it, but is it? Maybe
Yeah.
I have to watch it
Maybe we should
We'll
do a mystery sports science theater type
Yeah.
thing.
on the Meg.
We throw the Meg up and like talk about it.
Yeah,
And then give like countdowns so that people can watch the movie.
yeah. We'd have to listen to it via headphones.
Yeah.
Oh, so the audio doesn't go over.
Yeah.
I can engineer the shit out of that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to hear yourself.
By the way, that's how I
fine.
watch Game of Thrones. I plug my headphones into my controller, my Xbox controller, and listen to it that way.
You know, when my dad was here,
Instead of like
Yeah, yeah.
having the audio come from my TV and just
Yeah.
being in the room. Like
no, when I was working from home and dad
It's-
was
it's
here,
awesome.
that's how I did it.
it's
Yeah.
surround sound.
Yeah, headphones into a controller.
Yeah.
I've been doing that in situations like wifey goes to bed. I don't want to wake her up. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch stuff. I'll do that.
Yeah.
No, 100% that. Like,
I
when
wish
he was
I
here
would've-
watching his shitty ass Lifetime movies. That's how he liked.
I wish I would have had that 11 at 11:20 because there's many nights that I would be watching some movie
And I'd get
D would
up.
come out and be like, "Can you turn that down?" Especially I remember Gravity. I think
Yeah,
was one of them
That
because
was
that movie
super
is
loud.
like there's like really
Yeah.
quiet parts.
I'm
And
not
like-
mad at you, but
I was
I
trying to turn
understood.
turn that shit up
Yeah.
to hear it, and then like some shit would happen. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Where's the control?" Like trying to turn it down before you get out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm sorry."
I felt bad. I had maybe the second. I had the second worst spot
Yeah.
living in that house. It was his room. As far as like sound, like
Yeah.
if you need to go
yeah.
to bed, it was your room, and then it was mine. Mine was the closest.
What we should have done was put a TV in your room because you were always the one up late watching TV out there. The rest of us had like computers and TVs in our room.
Yeah, because y'all worked the mornings and I worked evenings.
Well, and we had command centers. You didn't.
Yeah, exactly. We all had computers in our room, so like if we wanted to watch something while we were sleeping, we would just throw that up. For you, if you wanted to watch something before you went to bed,
I was in the living room.
You were in the living room, and that sound carries in that tiled house.
Yeah.
In hindsight, based on heavy sleeping habits, you were where you should have been.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And then I should have been in your room. Abel should have been in my room, and you should have been in Abel's room.
Yeah, it's true. Mr. Master Bathroom over here.
Look, we threw it out there. We tried to figure out a way to do that, and y'all chose for me.
Yeah, I don't care.
I think at the time was I dating somebody?
Probably.
You're dating the chick that had the drinks in her purse.
I don't think it was when we moved in, though.
No, but at some point there, you dated her.
Yeah, I did, and that was a wild ride.
And we all thought she was like against drinking, and we didn't know it.
She was
because she was drunk all the time.
That was the most offsetting thing.
I'll never forget at Christina's.
I fucking hate this party. We need to leave. Yep.
When Christina's when it finally ended.
Yeah.
We were eating. That place is delicious.
It was delicious.
Yeah, I do miss that place.
No, that was one of those parties was like New Year's Eve or something, wasn't it?
I remember being pissed because you had to leave early on New Year's Eve.
Well, I didn't leave. She wanted to leave.
Oh.
The house?
Yeah, she wanted to leave, and I was like, okay, leave then. Like, we're having a party. Like, what's your problem?
That's like the 2.0 to, you can't stay here.
It was, and I was confused, and I didn't want her to leave, but she left. And then she came back, and then she was relatively okay. So, I don't know what the fuck happened. But, yeah, it turns out she was just always drunk and then, like, felt bad about being around people that were drinking a lot. It was really weird.
I thought it was she didn't want to drink with us because she was already drunk and didn't want to get more drunk.
Yeah. Well, and that's the couple of times that, like, she had a couple of beers. She would have a beer, and then she'd be wasted. I'm like, what the fuck?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because she had, like, vodka bottles in her purse, right?
Yeah. She had, like, a handle of vodka in her trunk at all times. She would
drink the vodka before lunch.
Every day.
It happens.
It does. And, she's...
You know where she is?
No beef with them.
Have you talked to her?
I have not talked to her. I've not talked to her, but due to the miracle of fucking Zuckerberg's baby, I know that she has 2 kids and is married. And
oh, wow, okay.
She's doing good.
How many of your exes have babies? What's the collective baby count?
All of them.
Yeah.
Not all, yeah.
No, but like, if your ex-army had baby soldiers fighting versus my ex-army of baby soldiers, it's probably where she could have ended the podcast like 10 minutes ago. Because we're into stupid talk.
5?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 that I know about.
I think I
One's
might have
adopted.
you in volume.
Are you making a fat joke?
No, I wasn't making a fat joke. I was making a...
His exes have more babies?
Fair enough.
I've had more... I don't know. Let's stop this.
You've had more sex than us?
Not lately.
Nope.
No?
I was looking at the married guy.
Yeah.
don't
Married people have all the sex.
That's not how it works.
Oh, dang it. What's the point then?
We have sex when we want. She has sex when she wants. No.
Oh, no. We should probably cut the last 10 minutes out.
No, we won't. Because she knows that I love her. And I'm only joking.
I'm deadpanning you.
That's what we call a layout. Yeah. And y'all started laughing. I was waiting to see how long it was going to go. Yeah, weird discussions here. That's probably a good spot to stop, though.
Please.
Just, take us out into the pasture and Old Yeller.
Oh, Old Yeller.
Rip.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to stop it. I'm JT.
Mateo.
D.
I don't have any bombshells to end it on, but that's... See you next week.
What's a walrus punch?
See you next Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Oh.